The city lights flickered in the distance, casting a strange glow across the skyline as Joseline Hernandez paced nervously through her large but empty mansion. The expensive furniture and artwork decorating her living room were proof of her success. Yet tonight, none of it brought her peace. Her thoughts were all over the place, each one heavier than the last. The news she had just learned had turned her entire world upside down. Only a few days earlier, everything had seemed fine. Joseline's career was stable. She had her daughter, and her longtime partner, Ballistic was by her side. They worked together on music, supported each other through ups and downs, and often shared glimpses of their life online. But their love wasn't perfect. There were always whispers about problems, rumors that made her question his loyalty. Still, nothing could have prepared her for the shock she was about to face. One night, while scrolling through her phone as she often did, a message appeared that froze her in place. It wasn't from Ballistic, a friend, or even a stranger. The text carried a simple but devastating truth. Ballistic's younger girlfriend was pregnant. Her hands trembled as she stared at the screen, rereading the words again and again, hoping they would somehow change. But the message stayed the same. He had gotten another woman pregnant, someone younger, someone she didn't even know existed. The pain hit her like a punch to the stomach. It wasn't only about the other woman. It was the betrayal, the secrecy, the lies. Joseline prided herself on honesty, loyalty, and respect. Ballistic had broken all three. How could he do this to her? This was the man she had built her life around, the man who promised her forever. And now he had destroyed everything they had. The house was silent except for the sound of her uneven breathing. Rage began to rise inside her, a deep, burning anger she hadn't felt in years. Her thoughts spun with what she would say, how she would confront him, how he would regret hurting her. This wasn't just about a child, it was about her dignity, her trust, and the love she had given freely. Hours passed, and her fury only grew. Her social media filled with cryptic posts, messages that hinted at her pain without naming names. Her emotions were spinning out of control. The betrayal had awakened something raw inside her, something that refused to stay silent. She had always spoken her mind, but this time her words would cut deeper. She needed answers. Sitting on her plush sofa, Joseline stared at her phone, torn between anger and heartbreak. Part of her hoped that hearing his voice would somehow make sense of everything, but deep down, she knew nothing could fix this. Her hands shook as she finally pressed the call button. When Ballistic answered, his voice sounded calm, almost unaware of the emotional storm she was in. The moment she heard him, her chest tightened. She didn't give him time to speak before she exploded. "How could you do this to me, Ballistic?" she shouted, her voice shaking with rage and disbelief. "After everything we've been through, after everything I've done for you, you got another woman pregnant and thought I wouldn't find out?" There was silence on the line. When he finally spoke, his words were soft, almost pleading, but they did nothing to calm her. He tried to explain, to apologize, but Joseline had reached her limit. His excuses meant nothing. The lies, the deception, it was all too much. "I should have known you were playing games," she snapped. "And now there's a baby? A whole new life?" Her voice dripped with anger and heartbreak. The pain wasn't just about betrayal. It was about watching the future she once dreamed of fall apart right in front of her. When the call ended, Joseline sat in silence, the phone still in her trembling hand. The weight of everything hit her at once. There was no undoing what she had just learned. The truth was out, and nothing would ever return to how it once was. The woman who had once defended him, loved him, and believed in him now sat broken, staring into the emptiness of her home. She realized this wasn't just the end of their relationship. It was the end of who she had been with him. The love they shared had vanished, replaced by hurt and betrayal that would linger long after the night was over.
Not because I just think it's necessary. Y'all notice I didn't say too much because, you know, when my money be on the line, I know how to hold water. Okay, when my money be on the line, I know that's when I know how to hold water. If you don't want me to tell your business, you need to give me a check and tell me, don't tell my business, okay? So what had happened was, I hit a soft spot. Unintentionally, I hit a soft spot because I thought she was adorable, you know, and just a ball of fun at the beginning. I didn't have nothing against her, but if you pay attention, she was throwing like little subliminals. I don't like people to do me too much like that. I don't know how to be quiet and be like, I don't know how to do the fake. What is you talking about? Get to the point. So she didn't like that I hit a soft spot because she said something about the baddies and they didn't put it in there because I guess that's what she wanted. But if she should have let the whole thing play out and it made it look like I just came for her. But no, she got mad about the baddies or tried to put them down in some way. And it wasn't in there at all. I had so many people that was on set with me who said, what happened to that part? That's the part that made y'all go left. And so, yeah, she must have said, I said, take my out. But anyway, that's, you know, what happened when you got, you know, a little bit of stake in the company. That's okay. I respect that. Your underarms stink. I just think your thinking. I told her that, but they ain't put that on there either. But that's just what it was. Her, that's her network. I get it. In a couple years after I've been there for a while, maybe.
Things are getting really chaotic in the drama-filled world of Joseline Hernandez and her fiancé, Ballistic Beats, also known as Robin Duma. The latest gossip claims that Ballistic has broken up with Joseline and is already seeing someone new. That's quite the twist, but it doesn't stop there. According to rumors, Ballistic didn't just leave quietly. He reportedly called Joseline out for being stinky and having poor hygiene. Ouch. Whether that's true or not, no one can say for sure, but this isn't the first time Joseline's cleanliness has been brought up publicly. In the past, several people, including Carlissa, have made similar claims about her. If that's really the reason for the breakup, it's a harsh one to take. The situation is full of tension, and it's clear that things between them have gotten messy. With emotions running high and new rumors spreading fast, it's hard to know what's fact and what's fiction. But one thing's the drama between Joseline and Ballistic is far from over, and everyone's watching to see what happens next.
Stinks. She smells like mop water, and somebody needs.
Back in April 2019, Joseline and Ballistic made their relationship Instagram official, and everything looked perfect. Their posts gave off pure fairy tale energy. Ballistic, a talented music producer, and Joseline not only worked together on music, but also became a power couple on reality TV. They appeared on shows like Love and Hip Hop Miami, Marriage Boot Camp, and Joseline's Cabaret. By September that same year, they were engaged. Joseline even posted a loving birthday message, calling Ballistic the sweetest man and asking him to spend the rest of your natural life with me. She promised him love, loyalty, and everything in between, but now that dream romance seems to have crashed. Ballistic has reportedly moved on and isn't keeping quiet about why. Word is he's airing out Joseline's personal issues, literally. He's allegedly accused her of having hygiene problems. Whether those claims are real or just rumors, one thing's clear. The breakup has everyone talking. Joseline's got some serious fixing to do, emotionally and maybe even personally. And let's be honest, if Ballistic or anyone else thinks they can come for Joseline without consequences, they're mistaken. Joseline has a reputation for not backing down. She's known for her fiery temper and isn't afraid to throw hands if someone crosses her. This is the same woman who once faced off with armed police and walked away untouched. That's the level of energy we're talking about. So when Carlissa decided to take shots at Joseline's hygiene, she had to know what was coming. It's almost like she was asking for trouble. What's even wilder is that Carlissa isn't the first to bring this up. People have been whispering about Joseline's supposed smell situation for quite some time now. Now that doesn't mean Carlissa was right for being shady, but maybe Joseline could try to handle it differently instead of swinging at everyone who mentions it. After all, when multiple people are saying the same thing, it's hard to ignore completely. This whole messy situation started just a few days ago, when Joseline showed up as a guest on the Auntie podcast, hosted by Tokyo Tony, Tia KM, and of course Carlissa herself. The moment Joseline walked in, the tension was thick enough to cut with a knife. You could feel the energy shift. It was only a matter of time before things exploded. Joseline wasted no time. She came in ready for a fight, calling Carlissa a crusty old woman and accusing her of being jealous because Joseline is 20 years younger and still making waves in the industry. Joseline didn't hold back. She bragged about how she's earning big money from Zeus Network and helping young women build careers, while Carlissa's son, according to her, was sitting in jail. That was a harsh shot, even for Joseline, but she didn't stop there. Joseline kept going, dragging Carlissa's looks, her fashion sense, and even her breath. She roasted her on camera like it was a family cookout, leaving no room for mercy. The jabs were sharp, the insults were personal, and Joseline was clearly out to make a statement. Surprisingly, Carlissa didn't react. She stayed calm and collected the entire time, sitting there while Joseline went off. No shouting, no clapback, just silence. The audience could tell this wasn't over, though. It felt like the calm before the next big blow-up. Now the internet is buzzing with reactions. Fans are taking sides, arguing over who went too far. Some say Joseline was out of line, while others think Carlissa had it coming. Either way, the tension between these two women is at a breaking point, and everyone's waiting to see what happens next. One thing's certain: this story isn't cooling down anytime. Between Ballistic's alleged new girlfriend, the hygiene rumors, and Joseline's fiery attitude, this situation has turned into pure reality TV gold. Whether it ends in apologies or another blow-up, it's safe to say this drama is far from finished.
Too grown for this.
That way. Right.
Just respect people's boundaries and
right. And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
people need to learn how to respect each other. It's okay, y'all the aunties and the team.
Because you came out here respectable. I was expecting you to come out here like ready on go.
I brought y'all flowers.
So, yeah,
I brought you a gift, and then you got this crusty old lady sitting up here talking. Hold on, T.
I'm gonna let
Come
you.
on, auntie.
Give her go.
Hold on. She's very disrespectful. I came out here with gifts. I haven't even gave y'all the gifts I brought you. I came out here with flowers.
Yes.
I'm congratulating you. Thank you for having me.
And thank you,
you know how much money I made Zeus Network? Do you know I was outside of your daughter, I was the only other one.
Outside of me, she didn't do.
Girl.
But go ahead.
And your show,
yeah,
obviously,
yeah.
Like, come on, like she can't talk to me like that.
And we respect
and
you,
this
Queen.
is the thing.
I do.
And this is the thing. I've done a lot in the industry. We ain't never heard of her doing nothing. She's sitting up here jealous. She's sitting up here jealous of a younger. I'm 20 years your junior. Relax.
30.
Relax. Why you doing all of that? Sip the tea and keep it cute. Because one thing about me, I'm respectful. I give young ladies opportunities. I didn't have nobody telling me how to do, what to do. I put my ladies to work. They go on a successful tour. My bitch is going on a successful tour every season after we film.
Because this is
every successful. We got packed shows. They're sitting up here talking to a queen. You is a peasant to me. Why the you like a speck in the air to me? Right. Why the you in my face, talking in my face with your stanky breath? Your breath smell like dookie. Go brush your teeth and your tongue.
Damn, Carlos.
And you sitting up here looking raggedy. Why y'all let this nasty sit up here with the outfit on? Y'all look good. Y'all got stylists, and y'all let y'all friends sit up here looking like
stylists. I style myself.
Right.
As a friend.
Well,
I
tell
need
you
a stylist.
What. If you are going to,
but I did give her an outfit before.
Well, if you do want people to come here and have a good time, she needs to understand that it's boundaries to be set. You cannot just have a fun time. This is tea. You sitting up here trying to stab me with a knife.
It was definitely an embarrassing moment for Carlissa, but she wasn't about to let Joseline have the last word. A few days after that chaotic interview went viral, Carlissa went live on social media, and she had plenty to say. During the podcast, she might have stayed quiet while Joseline went off, but behind that screen, Carlissa found her voice and didn't hold back. She started spilling everything she'd been holding in, accusing Joseline of having a funky vibe down there and even claiming that Joseline had the producers edit out parts of the interview to make it look like Carlissa was the one who started the drama. According to Carlissa, that wasn't the case at all. She said Joseline wanted to control the narrative and make herself look innocent when, in reality, she came into the studio ready to pick a fight. Then Carlissa dropped the real bomb. She claimed that when Joseline first walked into the room that day, there was an unpleasant smell in the air. At first, everyone supposedly thought one of the cameramen was the culprit, maybe someone who had skipped a shower. But soon, Carlissa said, it became clear that the odor was allegedly coming from Joseline herself. The accusation was brutal, and the internet exploded with reactions. The shade was heavy, and the tension between the two women only got worse. Fans flooded the comments, some defending Joseline, saying Carlissa was being petty, while others believed the story and accused Joseline of trying to hide the truth. Either way, it added more fuel to an already fiery feud. Now, both women seem to be in full damage control mode, each trying to outdo the other. Joseline has yet to respond directly to Carlissa's latest claims, but knowing her history, silence probably won't last long. If there's one thing she's known for, it's clapping back, loudly and publicly. So grab your popcorn because this situation is getting hotter by the minute. Between the live streams, edited interviews, and the constant shade being thrown, it looks like the Joseline and Carlissa drama is nowhere near finished. The next round could drop any day now, and you can bet everyone will be tuned in to see how it all unfolds.
Seeing on the Joseline situation. Okay, so I'm gonna fill you guys in on that, whether they like it or not, because I just think it's necessary. Y'all notice I didn't say too much, because you know when my money be on the line, I know how to hold water. Okay, when my money be on the line, I know that's when I know how to hold water. If you don't want me to tell your business, you need to give me a check and tell me don't tell my business, okay? So what had happened was I hit a soft spot. Unintentionally, I hit a soft spot because I thought she was adorable, you know, and just a ball of fun at the beginning. I didn't have nothing against her, but if you pay attention, she was throwing like little subliminals. I don't like people to do me too much like that. I don't know how to be quiet and be like, I don't know how to do the fake. What is you talking about? Get to the point. So she didn't like that I hit a soft spot because she said something about the baddies and they didn't put it in there because I guess that's what she wanted. But if she should have let the whole thing play out and it made it look like I just came for her, but no, she got mad about the baddies or tried to put them down in some way. And it wasn't in there at all. I had so many people that was on set with me who said, what happened to that part? That's the part that made y'all go left. And so, yeah, she must have said, I said, take my out. But anyway, that's, you know, what happened when you got, you know, a little bit of stake in the company. That's okay. I respect that. Your underarms stink. I just think your ass stink. And I told her that, but they ain't put that on there either. But that's just what it was. Her, you know, that's her network. I get it. In a couple years after I've been there for a while, maybe we could play the real shit. I said, my Lord, ain't nobody this damn fine smell this funky. I had to myself like, oh, come on, baby. It's a whole lot of mans in here. Everybody think it's looking at each other. It's her ass. Tia smelled. We all smelled her. We thought it was Tokyo, but it was Tia. Cause Tokyo don't look like she go to the dentist. Not never ever. Okay, I don't give a nobody said that mother ain't never been to the dentist. I bet you if we ask her dentist, she gonna tell you right now, Allah, it ain't no dentist available. Girl, yeah, Joseline gonna try to say my breath stink, knowing that was her mother underarms. And if
This whole situation set social media on fire. People started calling out Carlissa, saying she should have kept that same energy when she was sitting right across from Joseline, instead of waiting to go off online. One person commented, "Respectfully, if you've ever been around Joseline, you already know this isn't new. It's not even gossip. She said herself that she doesn't wear deodorant for environmental reasons, so you didn't embarrass her. She's aware." Another viewer chimed in saying, "Now that I've heard Carlissa's side and watched the replay, it looked like she was the one sweating and acting nervous, like something was off with her." The comments section turned into a full-blown debate, with people taking sides and adding their own spin to the story. But the drama didn't stop there. Fans quickly reminded everyone that this wasn't the first time Joseline had faced these kinds of accusations. They started digging up old clips and posts, dragging her all over again online. Some even joked that Joseline should focus on improving her hygiene instead of throwing punches at anyone who mentions her alleged funk issue. Carlissa, clearly enjoying the attention, refused to let it go. She jumped into the comment sections across different platforms, tossing in more shade. She even accused Joseline of having a BBL and joked that women who get them forget to take care of other things. People couldn't believe how far she was taking it. But Carlissa was clearly determined to keep the drama alive. She wrote, "They're out here getting BBLs and forgetting they still need to wash." The comment blew up, getting reactions from both fans and critics. Some thought it was hilarious, while others said she was going too far. Either way, Carlissa knew exactly what she was doing, stirring the pot and making sure her name stayed in the mix. This reminded a lot of people of an old situation from back in 2017. That was when Joseline was feuding with K. Michelle, and funny enough, the same kind of rumors came up back then too. During their beef, Joseline went low and threw shade at K. Michelle by bringing up a time when rapper Uncle Murda accused K. Michelle of having an odor issue. Joseline even got specific, joking about certain remedies Michelle could try to fix it. It's almost ironic that those same kinds of accusations have now come back around to haunt Joseline herself. The internet never forgets, and people were quick to remind her of what she once said about K. Michelle. It's like the tables have turned, and now she's the one being called out for the exact thing she once mocked someone else for. With fans revisiting old drama and new clips going viral every few hours, this saga has taken on a life of its own. Joseline's name is trending again, and everyone's waiting to see whether she'll respond or let the storm pass. One thing's for sure, neither Joseline nor Carlissa seems ready to back down, and the internet is loving every messy second of it.